Annyeong! Hi everyone, this is Kat, and welcome to the second video. In this video, I decided I would list out the first couple of steps to what you guys can do to get the ball rolling to study abroad. So the first step would actually to visit your international office, wherever it's located. For most CSUs, there's a designated building. For private schools, I'm not entirely sure, but I know every campus should have an international either room or building or international affairs, because every school has international students. So that would be the first thing. Check out your international office and either talk to someone there, tell them you're interested in studying abroad, or if you guys do see, I know it's advertised around campus a lot, at least on my campus at San Jose State University. They will have signs saying, come check out our workshops. That's another thing you could do. Check out some workshops that they have. San Jose State in particular, they have workshops fall and spring semester. And what they do is they have these flyers out. So you could always check those out too. They're usually about 45 minutes long. Kind of give you a little brief summary of the different programs that each university or school offers. For each one, like I said in my blog, for each one it's different. So CSUs, they generally do the bilateral, the CSU program, or the international program. I'm not sure about private schools. I know they do have the international program, but since they're not CSUs, they obviously wouldn't have the CSU program. So check out those workshops. The next thing after those workshops is either, if your school has it, which I'm pretty sure most do, check out the international fair that they have, which usually they would have tables. At least my school did. They will have tables with, students or advisors out for each country that they offer to study abroad. And generally, there's a huge variety. It's not limited. There's a wide variety of choices to choose from. So check those out, because you may, depending on your major as well, and if you're undeclared, that's okay too. Check out the different countries that you'd be interested in going to. But just remember that even though studying abroad would be a lot of fun on a personal level, that when you apply for these applications to study abroad, they want to hear more of how it'll look out on your resume and how it can benefit you either in your career or in your academic life. So choose wisely. The next thing I would say is visit an advisor. That's what I did. After I went to the workshop and the international fair, I actually went to visit an advisor at our international office, which is in Clark. Not that you need to know that, but I thought I'd just throw that out there. So I actually went and talked to an advisor, and she gave me some options. I already had my heart set pretty much on Korea, just because originally I was looking into Japan, but since it's really, really expensive, I was kind of looking for alternative means, and since the culture of Korea actually really, really fascinates me, I decided to check it out instead. So I checked out all three programs, or to see if all three programs offer the country that I wanted. So for my school, San Jose State, there are three programs that are offered. And this is also in my links. If you look on my blog, I have a page for links to give a couple of very different options of what programs are offered. So for my school, they have the bilateral program, which is a direct student exchange. So let's say a student comes from France, you would basically take their place in France, and they would take your place in San Jose. There's the CSU program, which is for all California state universities. Basically, they have a huge list of countries where they partner up with the universities that they send their students to. And then there's the international program. And this is for CSUs, for private schools. I'm pretty sure community colleges as well. Where they basically, it's a larger pool, so a little bit more competition to get into, especially with the private schools as well. So those are the three that my school offers. Now, like I said, double check your office, because they might offer either more or I'm not sure. I don't think they'd offer less, but they might offer more or different options. I'm not 100% sure. So after I did that, like I said, I had my heart set on Korea, and I looked into it. And the two programs I was looking into were mainly the international program and the CSU program. And after I talked to the main advisor, she actually recommended that I go through the CSU program just because it's number one, it's less competition between schools. So there's no private schools that are involved. It's only CSU students. And number two, I think it's a lot cheaper than the international program, although it was very limited in the universities that were offered. So the only university that was offered through the CSU program, which I decided to go to, obviously, was Yonsei, whereas the international program offered, I believe, Korea University, Yonsei University, and I think Seoul University. There were 3 universities that were offered. So I obviously stuck to the CSU program. There's also one of the differences between the different programs that you choose is the time. Because some programs, like the bilateral, I believe are only semester or year. CSU programs are only semester or year as well. But then, like international program, they also offer summer, like 2-month stays, or semester stays, or quarterly stays. So it really depends. So, anyways, the next step, what did I do? After I saw an advisor, she basically gave me the rundown of all the documents that I needed, which for CSU is different. Should I go into detail? For mine was two faculty recommendations, and if I was taking any classes in the host language, which I'm not, because I'm not fluent in Korean yet. I'm taking it, but I'm not fluent yet. Your personal statement and the application itself. So it doesn't sound like much, right? But here's the tricky part. For me, and this may not apply to all of you, but for me in general, I had to, because I am going to Yonsei University for my minor, which is communication, my major, which is public relations, I had to visit 3 different advisors. So I had to visit my major advisor for PR, I had to visit my minor advisor for for communication, and I had to visit the study abroad advisor. Which a lot of advisors, so I was doing a lot of running around. It's a good thing sometimes I stayed at small. So what I had to do essentially was for PR, my initial advisor, I had to see which classes she would allow me, because there's one PR class that I do need to take abroad. And I had to get permission to request a waiver for that, to replace it, because it's one of my main courses. So I had to see a professor to get that signed off. And then I had to see my communications advisor to see if she would allow me to take all my minor courses abroad. And essentially, I had to go through the list of the classes that Yonsei offered for communications, and she had to go through and pick which ones she would approve to transfer for university credit for my minor. And this whole process took because I took a little bit more time, because I started applying in, I believe, right when school started, so in August. And it took me until, the due date, which was, actually a couple days before the due date. But then again, I know you guys are busy with everything else with school, so it is a lot of hard work. And like I said, it's a tough process, but if you get everything organized, if you get everything set, then you're good to go. If you really want it, then you'll get it done. So after finally seeing all 3 of my advisors, and finally getting all my classes approved, meeting with my PR advisor to make sure that I'd be on track to graduate, because my goal is, once I get back from Yonsei University, I will be done and finished with school. So I'm essentially completing my final year and my minor abroad in Korea, which is awesome. I'm very, very excited. I'm actually also applying for an internship abroad because for public relations, you're required to complete an internship of, I think, 240 hours. So I'm actually applying to a few companies. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of a few: Samsung, LG, JYP Entertainment, as well as Weber Shandwick, which is an international PR company. So I'm also hoping to work abroad, and that'll be an experience in itself. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. I will, if you guys have any more questions about details, then I will, I'll do another video of the application. Well, I don't know if I can really do that because each application is really different. So it depends. But if you guys have any questions, list them. Either you can either email me or put them in the comment box, and I will try to get to them. Right now, this is actually a very short video, but I'll get another one for you guys later. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy it. Today was last day of finals. I'm so happy. No more studying for a month. I'm very, very excited. So for all of you who are done with school, congratulations. For all of those of you graduating, even bigger congratulations. You're all lucky. So everybody, stay warm, stay safe, and happy holidays. I will get to you in the next video. Annyeong.